Hey everyone, welcome back to your English class. Students, today we will start a new chapter of the main textbook Beehive, which is titled as The Little Girl, written by Catherine Mansfield. Okay, so students, let me introduce you all to the story with the help of before you read given in the beginning of the chapter. Do you feel you know your parents better now than when you were much younger? Perhaps you now understand the reason for some of their actions that used to upset you earlier. So here, author, he asked a question to you all like, do you understand your parents more now or understood more earlier? Okay, so with this even he expects that maybe now you all can feel that when you were younger the action your parents did, the strictness that they had towards you was only and only for your betterment. And as you will grow older and older, you will realize more that in the past whatever acts your parents did were only for your betterment, and in fact they really love you. Okay. Let us see what is given here in the second point. This story about a little girl whose feelings for her father change from fear to understanding will probably find an echo in every home. So, this phrase will probably find an echo in every home. It means like all the children will feel the same way. So you all can relate, to the feeling of the little girl Kezia, just like Kezia is full of fear towards her father, and later on, she understands his behavior and feels that he was concerned and he loved her. In the same way, all the children, I think, have the same feeling towards their parents, and you all can relate yourself to Kezia's story very well. Okay. Let us begin with the very first paragraph of this story. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. Figure to be feared. What does it mean? It means a person to be feared. A person to be feared. So, here, do you know who is the figure to be feared? Who is the figure to be feared? It's Kezia's father. Okay, and it represents what? It refers what? It refers to Kezia's father, and this little girl. It refers to Kezia. Okay, it refers to Kezia. So the opening line of the story, as it is indicating that the fear, it is indicating the fear that Kezia has for her father, and as she is fearful of her father, she tries, to avoid him and to remain away from him. Okay. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss, to which she responded with goodbye, father. So, every morning before going to work, Kezia's father would visit her in her room and give her a casual kiss. So, in reply, Kezia would say goodbye, father. So, this action of Kezia's father shows his love for Kezia. Okay. And oh, there was a glad sense of relief when she heard the noise of the carriage growing fainter and fainter down the long road. Relief means here comfort. Relief means here comfort. Carriage, it means car. Carriage means car. Fainter means slow. Fainter means slow. So here the writer says that when Kezia heard that her father's car was, going away from home, as the sound produced by the car became slow, it represents that her father left the home. So Kezia, would have a sense of relaxation. She would feel relieved that her father had left. Do you know why did she feel relieved? Because she was afraid of her father, and so she was relieved when he left home. Okay. In the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. Staircase means here a set of stairs. A set of stairs. So, in the evening, when Kezia's father would return home, she would hear his loud voice, and it made her afraid of him. Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Mother, go and see if my paper's out there, and bring me my slippers. As Kezia's father returned home, he would start ordering all the different things. He would order that tea be served to him in the drawing room. He wanted the newspapers, and he would ask his mother to go and see if the newspaper was there outside the house, and he would ask her to get him his sleeper also. Kezia, mother would call to her, if you are a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boots. So here, Kezia's mother would call out to her and ask her to remove her father's boots. And in order to make her obey, she would say that if she was a good girl, then surely she would obey her command. Okay. Slowly, the girl would slip down the stairs, more slowly still across the hall, and push open the drawing room door. Slip down means here, as you can see, the meaning written here on the right side of your book. Slip down means come down quietly and unwillingly. Come down quietly and unwillingly. Again, here we see Kezia's fear for her father. That's why she would come down the stairs quietly and open the drawing room unwillingly, because she didn't want to face her father. She had fear of him. By the time he had his spectacles on and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. Spectacles means here eyeglasses. Spectacles means here eyeglasses. Terrifying means frightening. Terrifying means frightening. Now at this time, Kezia's father sitting in the drawing room on a sofa, wearing his spectacles, and he is looking at Kezia over the spectacles. And the way he looked at her, it frightened her, because maybe it seemed to her like he was staring at her. Okay. Well, Kezia, hurry up and pull off these boots and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today? Here, as Kezia, was slow in her motion, her father would tell her to hurry up and remove his boots and keep them out of the room. And after that, he would ask her if she had been a good girl that day. Don't know, father. So here, at this time, Kezia replied that she didn't know. Do you know why was she stammering? Because she was not confident at all. And I think you all know a person is not confident only when he has any feeling of fear. Okay. You don't know, if you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Stutter means here stammer. Stutter means here stammer. Kezia's father is copying her, and he also stammers like she did. He says to her that if she would stutter like that, then her mother would have to take her to the doctor for a checkup. Let's move on to the next paragraph. She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. Here, given it up, it means stopped doing it. Given it up means stopped doing it. So here the writer tells us that Kezia never stammered, while she spoke to other people. It was only when she talked to her father that she lacked confidence, and that's why she tried, very hard to speak properly, and she stammered. What's the matter? Why are you looking so wretched about? Wretched means here unhappy. Wretched means unhappy. Now Kezia's father looks at her and feels that something is wrong with her. So he asked her why she is so unhappy. Okay. Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, this phrase, on the brink of suicide, it means about to commit suicide. About to commit suicide. Then, he tells the mother that she should teach Kezia to behave in a better way, and she should not appear as if she is so unhappy that, she is about to end her life. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Now he hands her his teacup and asks her to please place it back on the table. He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth, when he yawned. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. Here, yawned, it means an act of opening one's mouth wide and inhaling air deeply due to tiredness. And this word giant, it means huge man. Giant means huge man. So here, as Kezia felt that his father's hand, neck, and mouth all were, so huge, especially when he yawned, and it seemed her like if he was a huge monster. So, whenever Kezia thought about her father, she felt that she was thinking about a huge man. So, this is the feeling, this is the vision that Kezia has for her father. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. So, every Sunday during the afternoon, Kazia's grandmother, she used to send her downstairs to the drawing room. Do you know why? So that, she could spend quality time with her parents and, could share a good bond with them. Okay. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. Snoring means here sleep noisily. Snoring means here sleep noisily. As you all can see here in this picture, they both are busy in their own world. Okay, so here we feel that Kezia felt a bit neglected because every Sunday afternoon when she went to her parents to meet them in the drawing room and have a nice talk with them, she found them busy doing their own things. Like her mother kept busy in reading and her father would busy in sleeping and snoring. So that's the reason Kezia had different kind of image of her parents in her mind. Like they didn't talk with her, they didn't spend time with her, and instead of all these things they remained busy doing their own things. Students turned the page to read further. She sat on a stool, gravely watched him until he walked and stretched and asked the time, then looked at her. Gravely means here seriously. Gravely means here seriously. So all the while, Kazia's father was asleep, she would just sit on a stool and watch him carefully till the time he would wake up, stretch his body, and then would ask the time and finally look at her. Don't stare so, Kezia. You look like a little brown owl. Okay, so here, Kezia's father would compare her to a little brown owl. He would say that Kezia was staring at him just like an owl does. Okay. One day, when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him a pincushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. So, what happened one day? Kezia was not well. She had a cold, so she was supposed to stay at home. So her grandmother, suggested that as she was at home and her father's birthday was approaching, she could make a birthday gift for him. And she asked her to make a pin cushion for him, and for that she also gave her a yellow colored fabric of silk to make the cushion. Okay, thank you, students.